80 years ago, the world changed forever. On August 6, 1945 at 8:15 a.m., an American bomber dropped a new kind of weapon over Hiroshima. The bomb, called Little Boy, detonated in a blinding flash, an artificial sun that brought only death. In an instant, the city vanished. Tens of thousands were vaporized, leaving only shadows on stone. The atomic age had begun. 3 days later, Nagasaki suffered the same fate. At 11:02 a.m., the bomb Fat Man exploded over the Urakami Valley, destroying homes, schools, and the largest Catholic church in East Asia. The world now faced the reality of self-destruction. The aftermath was apocalyptic: mushroom clouds, firestorms, black rain, and rivers filled with the dead. Survivors wandered through ruins, their bodies burned and broken. In Nagasaki, the industrial heart was obliterated and fires raged for days. By the end of 1945, as many as 140,000 had died in Hiroshima and 74,000 in Nagasaki. But the suffering was far from over. The bombings cast a shadow over the 20th century, a warning of humanity's destructive power. The cities were reduced to wastelands and the world would never be the same. The atomic bombings marked a turning point in history. The dying had only just begun. The survivors, known as hibakusha, are living witnesses to the unimaginable. Sumiteru Taniguchi, a 16-year-old mail carrier in Nagasaki, recalled being thrown from his bicycle, his skin peeling from his arm. Setsuko Thurlow, 13 in Hiroshima, was trapped in darkness, hearing her classmates' cries before being pulled from the rubble. Their stories reveal the human cost behind the statistics: children, families, futures lost in an instant. Survivors saw people walking like ghosts, skin hanging, faces swollen, all desperate for water. Mothers clutched lifeless children, unable to comprehend the horror. The images haunt us still, a warning to all humanity. The hibakusha endured not just physical pain but deep psychological scars. They faced discrimination, fear, and guilt for surviving when so many others perished. Their lives became a testament to the bomb's lasting, invisible wounds. Their voices remind us, these are not just numbers but lives forever changed. The world must never forget what they endured. After the bombings, a new killer emerged: radiation sickness. Survivors who escaped the blast soon fell ill: fever, vomiting, hair loss, and purple spots. Doctors were helpless. The bomb kept killing long after the fires died. The hibakusha faced a lifetime of anxiety, higher cancer risks, and constant medical checks. Social stigma isolated them. Many hid their status, fearing discrimination in work and marriage. Yet they found strength in each other, forming groups to support one another and advocate for a world free of nuclear weapons. Their collective voice became a moral warning: never again. Rebuilding Hiroshima and Nagasaki seemed impossible. The cities were flattened, the soil feared poisoned, and hope nearly lost. Yet survivors began clearing debris, building shacks from ruins, a testament to their will to live. The Japanese government passed special laws to rebuild, declaring Hiroshima a city of peace. National and international support transformed devastation into hope. Life slowly returned, trams ran, seeds sprouted, and people came back. By the 1960s, both cities thrived again, their skylines reborn. But they didn't erase the past, they embraced it. The Genbaku Dome in Hiroshima was preserved as a scar and a warning. Rebuilding was more than concrete, it was a commitment to peace. The cities rose from ashes, determined to ensure no other place would suffer the same fate. Their rebirth was a message to the world. At Hiroshima's heart stands the Peace Memorial Park, built at Ground Zero. The cenotaph bears the promise: "Let all the souls here rest in peace, for we shall not repeat the evil." The park and museum confront visitors with the reality of nuclear war. Artifacts, photos, and stories that demand remembrance. Nagasaki's Peace Park features the iconic peace statue, one hand warning of nuclear threat, the other offering peace. The Fountain of Peace honors those who died crying for water. Both cities' museums educate future generations, not to inspire hatred, but to foster a commitment to peace. The hibakusha became global advocates, sharing their stories at the UN and beyond. Their efforts helped inspire treaties like the Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons. Hiroshima and Nagasaki transformed tragedy into a global force for peace. Their message: never again. The world listens and remembers. The cities stand as living testaments to hope. Today, Hiroshima and Nagasaki are vibrant modern cities, yet the past is ever present. The A-bomb dome stands by the river, a silent reminder. Every August 6th and 9, the cities fall silent, peace bells ring and lanterns float down the rivers for the victims. These ceremonies are not just remembrance, they are a rededication to peace. Hiroshima and Nagasaki have become global symbols, pilgrimage sites for those seeking a world without nuclear weapons. World leaders visit, learning the lesson. Nuclear weapons and humanity cannot coexist. The Hibakusha's message is urgent, their numbers dwindling but their voices echoing through generations. They ask, why do these weapons still exist? As we mark 80 years, the threat of nuclear conflict remains real. The story of Hiroshima and Nagasaki is not just history, it's a living warning. The world must heed their call. The lesson is clear, peace is fragile and the cost of forgetting is too high. Their warning demands our attention now more than ever. The journey of Hiroshima and Nagasaki is one of resilience and hope. Survivors rebuilt from ashes, transforming tragedy into a global call for peace. Their legacy is twofold, a warning of horror and a testament to renewal. The images and stories must never be forgotten. They remind us of the consequences of conflict, yet the thriving cities prove that hope can rise after the darkest night. As we face new dangers, the survivors' message is clear: we must choose peace. The existence of nuclear weapons is an unacceptable risk. The story of Hiroshima and Nagasaki calls each of us to action. We must choose compassion over conflict, understanding over fear. The paper cranes at the memorials symbolize a simple prayer for peace. The vow at the cenotaph, "We shall not repeat the evil," belongs to all humanity. It is our shared responsibility to honor the victims by building a peaceful world. The future depends on the choices we make today.